Hello, my name is Kourtney and today I will perform a beautiful voluminous blow dry for you using our Moroccanoil product line. I will only be using a few of our many wonderful products. We will start off by using the Moroccanoil treatment, the original formula. We will next move on to our root boost, then our volumizing mousse. We'll use some frizz control, and eventually we will end up using our luminous hairspray with a strong finish. Today our model is Becky. She has prepped her hair using our extra volume shampoo and conditioner. Becky has pretty thick hair, tends to be a little frizzy, naturally curly. To start off prepping for this blow dry, I'm going to use our original Moroccanoil treatment. Because her hair tends to be a little thick, I'm going to use about 2 to 3 pumps in her hair when I'd normally use 1 to 2. This treatment is the original treatment that pioneered the oil-infused hair care category. It is an alcohol-free product that is very rich in antioxidants. It's great for restoring and revitalizing the hair that has been damaged by any chemicals that are found in shampoos, color processes, or even environmental factors. It can be used in dry or wet hair. Today I'm using it to prep Becky's hair before our blow dry. After just one use of this product, your client should notice that her hair feels smoother, softer, it's easier to manage, maybe some of those split ends are less noticeable. Definitely is going to improve the overall porosity, the integrity of the hair. Everything is going to be evened out. So I'm just going to comb that product with my fingers right through her mid-strands to ends. It's important to note that you don't want to put that right on your client's roots. We don't want to take away any of our volume from our voluminous blow dry. The next product we're going to use is our root boost. This can be applied directly onto the scalp. We're going to use, I have a styling comb here that I'm going to use to just part her hair into sections, and I'm going to spray that product right onto the root and the scalp in each section. You can rub that right in there, and we're going to move right along the head. So today we are looking for a full-bodied effect. So following our root boost, we're going to go right in to the mid-strands all the way to the ends with our volumizing mousse. We're going to follow along our same sections. We'll take a palm-sized amount, grab a section of hair, and we'll move right down from mid-strands to ends. Now we've already put the root boost right on the root. There's no need to go back with the volumizing mousse. Do each section. You can actually even apply it right onto the hair. This is infused with argan oil to really revitalize the hair. It's going to give the hair the shine and softness that it needs, but it's still going to provide a flexible hold. The volumizing mousse and the root boost are like a match made in heaven when they're used together. They help control static for any of those flyaways that just pop up out of nowhere. They give a natural looking finish and give long-lasting volume. So the last product we're going to use before we start our blow dry is going to be frizz control. Becky does have naturally curly hair, and unfortunately for her, that means a little bit of frizz. So we're going to take our frizz control and we're going to apply about 3 to 5 sprays, just about 10 inches away from her hair. We're going to lift up some sections wherever you feel is necessary. So not only is that going to protect against frizz and static, it's also going to protect against extreme humidity and dryness. It actually has weather-resistant properties, so no matter what the weather is, it's going to keep your hair tamed and relaxed. And now we can start sectioning for our blow dry. So as you can see, I have sectioned off Becky's hair into 4 neat sections. This first section is going to be taken from the arches of the eyebrows back to about the middle of the top of the head. Then we're going to take 2 sections down the sides to the back of the ears. And then the back is going to be all one section. For our blow dry, we're going to start in the front of the head, right in the first section. So to start off this blow dry, I took the top section and I split it into 2. I'm going to take this first section and I'm going to begin by putting the brush right on that root. I'm going to keep a lot of tension right towards the root area, and I'm going to make sure I direct the blow dryer in the same direction that the cuticle is going. I don't want to move any air against that cuticle. I want to make sure that whether I'm blow drying towards or away from her face, I'm keeping as much tension as possible because she has curly hair. She's going to have more frizz than usual, and we want to keep that frizz tamed. We don't want it to be flying everywhere. So to create a nice curl, we're going to just bring our brush out and back in. Now notice how when I am rolling the brush out and then back in, I'm not using a very tight tension because I don't want to lose that curl. I want to keep loose tension, that way it's still heating up, but it's not losing a curl, it's not straightening the hair. Directing the air in the same direction as the cuticle. We don't want to make that cuticle go crazy and open up because then she'll have more frizz than she wants. I'm going to do a quick brush, roll it in your fingers as I'm doing. Make sure that curl stays right on base. And you're going to pin it right where it needs to be. Now I'm using bobby pins. I do not have pin curl clips, so I'm improvising. And once that section is completed, you're going to spray with our luminous hairspray with a strong finish. And you can do that with every section. We're going to take the second section in that top section, and we're going to use the same technique that we did for the first. So moving on to the side section, I took a diagonal parting and I split that into 2 separate sections. Or clip this first side back, and I'll start with this section down here. Again, making sure I'm maintaining enough tension at the root to straighten out those curls and that frizz. When I move into the curl, I really don't want to use too much tension because I don't want to straighten out the hair. I want to make sure it still has a nice voluminous curl. So we're going to do the same sectioning on the opposite side. And we're going to follow through with the same technique. Keeping tension at the root to get rid of some of that frizz for her. We don't want any flyaways. We want to lift that hair away from the scalp, ensuring that we're going to get the full volume from our root boost that we're looking for. And we'll use the same technique that we use on the other side. We want to make sure that our section, every section that we take is not wider than the barrel of your brush. Because if it is, then it's not going to come out the way that you want it to. It's not going to be as neat. The client will not be as happy. Now, even though I'm using bobby pins, I am still making sure that my curls are neat and tamed. I don't want any hair sticking out. Still maintaining that curl on base. So our last section of the blow dry is going to be the entire back section. We're going to start by taking sections up the head. We don't want our sections to be any bigger than the barrel of our round brush. And this is going to be a bricklay technique. So I'll start with 2 in this section, 3 in the next section, possibly 4 in the next section, and then back down to 3. I'm going to bricklay them so that way there's no splits or anything in the hair, and it will all fall naturally the way it's supposed to. As you can see, I maintained a neat bricklay pattern throughout the entire back section of the head. I went through subsections of 2, up into 3, to 4, and then back to 2. For a finishing touch, I'm going to spray the entire head with our luminous hairspray with a strong hold. About 10 inches away from the head. We want to make sure before we take those curls out that they're cool, and once they are, we can begin removing our pins. And what you'll notice is a beautiful curl pattern, like such. Once all of those pins are out, we're going to rub our fingers right into the scalp, massage out some of those sections. As you can already notice, our root boost has done its job, giving amazing volume, lifting that hair right off the root. Our volumizing mousse gave it a nice full body. Our Moroccanoil original treatment left the hair feeling nice and smooth. Our frizz control helped tame some of that frizz and those flyaways. That luminous hairspray with the strong finish is going to give a nice hold, a long-lasting hold for the day, but still give it some nice flexibility and movement. It's not going to be sticky. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned some tips. I hope you learned about our wonderful product line. They're wonderful, phenomenal, and honestly unmatched. Thank you again for watching.